Okay, back on this. So the last thing to do on this motor here is the generator. So he took this thing all apart and painted it, and now I gotta see if it's any good. So supposedly it was running, it worked when it came off the bike. So we gotta determine if that's actually looks halfway decent or not. There is no way of testing a generator without actually putting the motor, running it, and then test it, but at least look it over and see how it looks. Okay. That. So it says a through bolt is spinning. It's supposed to be a seriation on it to keep it from spinning. If you put a nice thin socket in there, it'll catch the bolt head, and you can unscrew it. See if the gear will come off easy or not. At best, this is 50-50. Probably not even that good, really. Yep, came right off. Alright, let's see what we got. So here's those seriations are supposed to be pressed into the housing. It's not. You can see how it's been torqued pretty heavily before. The threads are partially getting damaged there, partially stripped. This one here, the threads are better. Seriations are not doing anything either. That's why it spins. This looks like they just painted the whole damn thing as an assembly. See the brush holders all full of paint in here. That's not a good sign when all that stuff is painted in there. It kind of defeats the purpose of how things work. Oh well. So this is just, should just knock off, just hit it right on the edge. There it goes. Got old grease in it. This one has a rubber seal in here. Probably replace that. It's definitely a genuine Harley part here. 61 is the first year they were using this style. It's casting. The seal, I'm not sure if it was around a 61. Probably not. That's probably at least 63, I bet. So there's your brush holders all painted. Normally this stuff just pops off easily. Except this one. Let's see if the housing will pop off. Not really. There it goes. Split apart. I feel a rattling noise. That's bad. That means the field coils are loose. Those are a pain in the ass to deal with. So you want to make sure the brush has got a good spring action going on them. Just when you get paint all over them, they don't contact correctly, so not a good sign. I don't know why that's not falling just out of there, but take your hammer hand, let's knock it out. Still doesn't want to come out. There's a pin right here for alignment that's holding it a little bit, but it should just pop right out. it pretty hard. Definitely a tight fit. See a little rubbing in there maybe. Rub marks. Definitely full of goo. Here, looseness. The field coils are loose. Yep, that one's loose. Oop. That one's moving. I'm pushing on the field coils. That one's loose too. These are both loose. That's not a good sign when your field coils are floating around in there. See how they move up and down in there? Oop. We can see it better. So these shoes tighten up only so much, and after that things are loose. It's loose. So I don't know if these are fully tightened. My guess is they are because it looks like they were pinned where they're at. So they look like they moved any. It takes special tooling to tighten these things down. It takes a hell of a lot of force to tighten these things up. So usually I don't deal with field coils. They ain't worth the time and effort. So it's got so much paint on here you can't read the number on it. Whether it says 65A or 65, you can't tell. He said it was 12 volt. But that's not good when the field coils are moving around. This thing over here. Looks alright. Definitely full of muck. Maybe paint too. So you do the old smell test. If it stinks, it's no good. It smells like oil, not burnt wiring. So that's okay. So it's probably okay. If it smells like burnt wiring, it's definitely junk. This one just smells like old crappy burnt oil. So my guess is it's probably okay. Let's see if this housing will come off. There we go. There's another seal on this side. Bearing feels okay. It's fine. Alright. So this all has to be cleaned up, get all the muck off everything. And I don't know what we're going to do about this. This is a problem area. So I don't like loose field coils in there. It's not a good sign. Alright, we're going to clean all this stuff up. See, get dirty. We'll see what we're going to do. Okay, we're back from all being cleaned up. So these seals are petrified. Means they don't move. They're hard as a rock. The bearing's probably original in there too, I bet. So the seals are definitely trash. The bearing might still be good. They didn't blow apart, that's a good sign. So the outside looks good. Oh well. This seal here is the same thing. It's petrified. It doesn't move when you push on it. So bearing still seems okay. Most of the junk cleaned off. This is all full of oil and junk all up here, kept blowing it out. I'm not sure if what the hell all this stuff is, but it's probably that paint. Looks like it's the same Duplicolor stuff he used on everything else. This thing's all beat up, but it might still work. We'll have to see. Gear's all full of paint too. Looks usable though. Alright, this side over here, same thing, paint everywhere. Hopefully all this stuff will work, don't know. Blew all the muck out of here. Field coils are definitely loose in there. Nice and loose, you hear them? So, let's see if I can Like I said, it takes special tooling to tighten them up. You got to press on the V-block here, which is going to screw his paint all up. So we'll have to see what he wants to do. You could probably put some electrical tape around them and put them back together. You know, probably will work. It'll tighten them up for a while, which is all you really want to do. You don't want to have them rattle around there. If they rattle around, they're just going to get loose and break. This wire here is pretty petrified. This is all original wire, so probably wouldn't hurt to replace it. For now, it will work because it's not shorted against anything. So, considering the rusted condition of the generator, I'd say leave it alone. It's pretty much either got to replace a whole bunch of stuff in here or just leave it. And when it fails, it fails. More likely going to need field coils anyway. Alright, so what do we got going on here? So we got to find what's going on with this armature. This is obviously not the original one. So, is this paint, carbon? What is all this junk? Seems to be coming off. That's a plus. So this all has to be hand scraped off. You get these segments cleared out in each one. Pocket knife will work for a lot of this. So you go like that. Get all this stuff cleaned out of here. Time consuming, but it works. Now when you clean this off, you can get sandpaper, but do not use emery paper. Sandpaper will break up and go away. Emery paper will embed and chew up your brushes. So only use sandpaper. I don't know if I have any sandpaper. Don't know. It's relatively smooth, it's just dirty. So I think what I'm going to try is a scrub pad. Maybe that'll work. We'll find out. So, here's a nice red scrub pad. So I don't have this on top of the bench there because I don't want all this grit on the bench. So we're just going to go like this, and hopefully this will clean it up pretty good. You didn't have these back in the day. Look at that. Like new. Look at that. Look at this new. See, modern stuff helps. Okay, now it's got to be clean again though. But it looks like new. That's good. That's a plus. This stuff over here, I don't know. Appears to be more muck than anything. So don't go twisting this wire too much, you break it off. I got no way of cleaning inside these brush holders, and if you got the paint inside of there, it's just not going to work. See, it's all painted on the outside here. If the paint went in there, like you can see it, it might not work. This duplicate color paint does not like to just come off. It sticks on there pretty good. So now we can get this stuff off. You're going to have to go bead blast it off. Which means you got to take all the stuff off and do it. So more likely that's what we're going to have to do to get that clean. Because somebody didn't take it off when they blasted it, or when they painted it on them. Oh well. Appears somebody stole my wrench. There you go. So, I'll take this one wire off here. this off. Okay, now I can go take this and blast it. I'll hold the brushes out of the way and just blast what I want to blast. Okay, I'm going to go bead blast this. We'll be back. Alright, clean it one more time. So this is all ready to go together, that side, that one. Okay, this here I got them all blasted down pretty good, so I think I got a good conduct, you know, it'll make contact now. You got a steel spring instead of a brass holder, and the brushes have to be able to make contact. If they don't ground into the brass, it won't work. So you can't have paint on there. So I don't recall ever having to blast paint off brushes before, but oh well. Customers will help you out where they can. So there you go. Appear to be working now. Alright, that all looks good. Should work, hopefully. So that leaves this problem here. It is a problem. So I'm going to try to either tighten or loosen these. We're going to see which way we'll go, if any way. So real hammer. Out of my hammer here. Someone beating on the end of my hammer here. Yep. Somebody beat on the end of my hammer and buckled it all out now. Don't like that. Screws up my feel. Alright, so we got this here. We got two different bits. And an impact knocker. We're going to try to adjust this thing. This one will probably break off. This one will probably not fit. That is correct. That one fits. This each breaks bits. So it takes special tooling to do these. Okay, let's see if it moves tighter. Yes, it didn't move any. Still loose. What a shocker. I'm positively shocked. Okay, let's go the other direction. And once again, it doesn't move because they're in there. Yep. So all I'm doing, I'm just beating the hell out of the screw and getting undone. Alright, so they're not going to help that any. Like I said, the tooling they use for these is a big press. They got a press that holds this in here in a V block or something, probably a U, actual real block. These go in here, you put hydraulic pressure on top here to hold it in engaged, and you have a big handle, you tighten it or loosen it, depending on which way you want to go. So it's just done with force, so it doesn't have any beating on it or anything. And as you're tightening it up, it automatically pushes down on the screw, keeps engaged tight in there, otherwise you twist it off. Once you get any movement on these, it just rips and twists it right in half. So I never made tooling like that before, so there you go. That's why I don't screw on with these. Usually what I do when I got bad field coils, I just go get another generator. They used to be really common back in the day. Not so much these days. Alright, so all you can do is put it back together the way it is. Not much I can do about it. Alright, so we are going to have to get some new seals for this. And for here, the bearing I think is fine. That bearing there didn't fall apart, so it's probably fine too. So I guess if I can find me two seals. Alright, we'll be back.